All right, guys, so I'm gonna share with you my website that I've built for my pest control business. And this is a really good, generic, basic flow to have a good website. I can't tell you how many websites I've seen that are just terrible. Luckily for me, I have a fantastic buddy of mine that designs websites and he helped design mine. But I also had some input on how it flew, even though he kind of already knew really well. So I just wanna share with you my website. So if you look at the website, first this is kind of the first landing homepage that you see. And there's usually technically four characters to a story. There is the victim, the villain. Sometimes the victim also becomes a villain, but there's the victim, there's the villain, there's the hero, and then there's the guide. So the hero is obviously who the main story is about, right? And the guide is the person that helps them along their journey to combat the villain or obstacle or whatever it is. So what we've done with this website, as you can see, is we've set this up so that the customer is the hero. You want the customer to be the hero, and you want whatever the solution is you're providing to be, or the opposite of you providing that solution, to be the villain. So for example, my pest control business, we have life at home should be enjoyed. So we're making the statement that life at home is meant to be enjoyed, but there's something that can disrupt this happiness, this joy, and that is bugs, pests, right? And so that's the villain. We safeguard the things you love from unwanted pests. And now actually, I honestly don't like this statement because we want to be the guide to our customers. So it should say, life at home should be enjoyed by safeguarding the things you love. So we allow them to be the hero in the story that, hey, you can enjoy life at home by safeguarding the things you love. And we, as the guide, are here to help you do that. And that's through pest control. So if you're looking at our website, so we have that story here, right? At the end of each page, you want a call to action. And there's different types of calls to action. There's direct, and then there's indirect. Here's the different types of calls to action. There's two different types. There's direct calls to action and there's transitional calls to action. So the direct calls of actions are stuff like, call today, book now. So those are kind of direct calls to action. And then there's some subtle calls to action, right? You can email us, you can call us. So there always needs to be some kind of call to action. Now, the other kind of call to action is a transitional call to action. And what this transitional call to action does is it deepens the relationship. So some of these things are like maybe like how does it work videos, like how you provide your product or your service. It could be download this free PDF or ebook on how to get rid of, we'll use my pest control business as an example, how to get rid of pests. It could be free information that you're giving out. It could be watch this video. It could be testimonials of customers. It could be a free trial. It's a transitional call to action is basically deepening the relationship. So right here on this page, we have basically, I have direct calls to action, just, book now, call today, book online. Now, if they want to investigate any further, they can go to these different tabs that have, about us, the pests we take care of, and yada, yada, yada. But as you scroll down, actually, before I even go into this, to be honest, most people only spend around maybe, I think it's on average 10 seconds on your website. So if you don't captivate them in the 10 seconds that they're on your website, they're probably not going to use your product or service. And they say on average that people, when they are looking at a website, they do different patterns. One pattern is to go like a Z pattern. So it's going to go across the top here, down and across like that. That's one of the patterns people will do. And I can't remember the other patterns. There's some other patterns, but that's a very common pattern for people to look left, scan right, to the middle, down to the corner, and that's how they kind of scan the website. So you just want to make sure that your website is aesthetically pleasing. You got a good color scheme. The thing is you got to make sure you're targeting your target audience, right? So like our ideal client is families, like young families, new homeowners. So that's why we have this picture of this young family that likes to enjoy their home. They're enjoying their home, which, life at home should be enjoyed. And I really need to change this to buy. I think it sounds better. By safeguarding the things you love from unwanted pests. So anyways, that's your front landing page. As you scroll down, this is going to deepen the relationship or possibly get the person into the cell as they scroll longer, because that means they're interested. They just need more additional information. So they just need, if they're scrolling, that means they're interested, and you just need to tip them over the fence to get that sale or engagement. So here we have 100% guaranteed pest control. So you want to have some other kind of thing that like sets you apart or gives value to the person. And we have veteran and family owned, pet and kid friendly, convenient and effective. So we give, and typically this seems to be the magic number, is 3 points of how you're 100% guaranteed pest control, or whatever it is that your claim is. So you have that, and then as you scroll down again, there's going to be another call to action. So this is the second landing page. There's going to be another call to action here. Let's get started. Click to get $100 off your first service. So now we incentivized the potential customer again by having a call to action after we give a little bit more of what we offer. Now, if this does not get them, they can go even further, and you'll see on our next landing page, it says, have you been frustrated by pest control companies who? And so now we're creating this story again of where people have had bad experiences with a potential another villain, right? Like bad pest control companies that are using watered down products. They're not providing good services. They show up to people's houses and they're not spraying them when they say they did, when they're just sitting in their trucks or whatever. So have you been frustrated by pest control companies who don't communicate, make big promises, but don't deliver, don't guarantee? So basically we're calling out the competition and saying, this is how the competition is. But guess what? At 417 Pest Solutions, we provide a phenomenal pest control experience. You're not going to have this issue with us, is what we're saying. Now, we're not calling out our competitors directly, but this is almost kind of like combating our competition here. And again, look, another call to action, book online. And so as we continue to go down this rabbit hole here, we're hopefully going to continue to build up the value of the service, but also show why they should go with us. Now, this is a page that I just love. We're on Google, Yelp, Glassdoor, and we're saying hire local experts you can trust. We're not a national company. Don't go with the big dogs. Go with somebody that's local, that knows your situation, that is family owned, yada, 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 right? And here we have testimonials. That is a huge, this is a transitional call to action, right? Because this is the testimonials. We're not, it's kind of like a soft call to action. And we have here some of the reviews of people that have left us, these 5-star reviews and everything that they've said, so they can kind of click through this and check this out. And if they want, we even give them a direct link to go to our Google page to see all our reviews. As you continue to scroll down, here's another one. Again, it's the same process, right? We're just building up the value. Safeguard the things you love from pests. So that's kind of the same message we said earlier. And we have 3 points of how they can get started with us. Because, right, we've tried to call them to action. If they're still going down this rabbit hole, they're fence sitters. They just need something to push them over the fence. And so we're building up this value, and now we're coming back to this again, and we're like, look, this is how you can get started with us. Because sometimes people don't know how to get started, and they just need to be helped to make a decision, if that makes sense. So safeguard the things you love from pests. They can schedule an appointment. So they can call, text, or book online, which we have all these calls to actions that help them with that. Once they call us or set this up, they get a custom tailored treatment. We inspect your home and treat according to your needs. So we're not just going to blast everything and do a crappy job. We're going to treat according to what your needs are. And then here is the third one. So you basically have how to get started, what you're going to provide, and the results of what you provide. Enjoy a bug-free home. We exterminate the bugs so you can enjoy life at home. Again, that's back to our first message up here, right? Life at home should be enjoyed. So we're keeping up with that same theme. And again, here's another call to action, book online. Now, if that doesn't work, if they're like, well, I mean, it sounds good, but like, I don't know what you guys do and whatnot, we cover it all. So and you don't have to do your website exactly like this, but you want a similar flow to your website. So, we cover it all, and we have all the bugs that we cover, right? And get a quick treatment quote. So here's another call to action, shows the service area that we're in. It shows our current 5-star reviews. And then there's the service areas that we provide, our logo again. So this is just a basic way that you should have your website flow. And I can't tell you, man, I would like to do this just to go on Google and search up another pest control company and show you the website, because there's a ton of terrible, crappy websites out there. Don't be the guy that has a crappy website. Put forth some effort, make sure it flows properly, get with a good marketing guy to build your website. If you want to do it cheap and do it on your own, which I don't recommend, but if you do want to go cheap and go with Wix or whatever and build your own website, try to do this kind of flow. I hope you found this valuable. Comment below, let me know. I'm not an expert, so I'm sure there's some things I could do to maximize my website. So if you have some tips for me, please feel free to comment, let me know so I can improve my website. But again, I'm just an average dude with above average dreams, and I'm just sharing you my experience to hopefully help benefit you and bless your life, especially if you're a small business owner or wanting to start a business. Till next time, peace.